From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy. Prime Minister Mark Carney is slated to hold a First Minister's meeting to discuss U.S. President Donald Trump's new threat of 35% tariffs on Canadian goods next month. Federal Industry Minister Melanie Joly says the timing of the threat only worsens the uncertainty being faced by the world, so Canada must strengthen its economic relationships with other nations. While speaking at a news conference in Ottawa with her European Commission counterpart, Joly stated Canada is not alone in the world when it comes to dealing with the U.S. Following the tariff threat, Alberta Premier Danielle Smith pleaded with Ottawa to back away from imposing any further retaliatory tariffs. Transport Canada says car dealerships will have 1 month to make a claim to get their money back as a part of a plan to reimburse them for millions of dollars of unpaid electric vehicle rebates. It says any vehicle that was delivered before the rebate program was paused on January 12th will be eligible for reimbursement. The Canadian Automobile Dealers Association says its members are owed about $11 million for rebates that had already been delivered to customers but weren't claimed with the government before Ottawa said the program had run out of money. Evacuees from northern Manitoba have continued to pour into Winnipeg as wildfires threaten communities across the province. Misty Harper and her family left the Garden Hill First Nation. She, her partner, and 5 children slept on cots in an evacuation center last night and are hoping to get into a hotel soon.
As of this morning, I was told there wasn't really much rooms lately, so they haven't really decided what else they'll be doing with us.
Harper is among the more than 3,000 people being flown out of Garden Hill First Nation. About 12,000 people in total have been taken from several northern communities due to wildfire threats. BC's health minister says she's met with the family of a girl who suffers from a rare disease but has been rejected for coverage of medication that costs about $1 million a year. Josie Osborne says information and much more was considered by the BC Rare Diseases Expert Committee, and the decision remains that the drug Briorna is no longer helping slow the progress of Charlie Pollock's disease.
I know that the outcome of this process is not the one that anyone was hoping for, most particularly Charlie's family. And I believe that every British Columbian wishes for a world where no child would have to endure such suffering and that no parent would have to navigate such uncertainty.
Osborne says the cost of the drug was not a considered factor.
It's not clocking to. It's not clocking to that I'm standing on business, is it? I don't give a if you're on the sidewalk. I'm a human being. You're standing around my car. At the beach. You know what I'm saying?
And Canadian musician Justin Bieber is standing on business with the release of his long-awaited 7th studio album called Swag. The 21-track release arrived only hours after he teased it on social media. Def Jam Recordings says the album was inspired by Bieber's devotion as a husband and father, which led the artist to a deeper perspective and more reflective sound in his work. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the American League East leading Toronto Blue Jays make their first trip to the West Sacramento region of California, kicking off a 3-game series with the Athletics. The city just outside of California's capital is serving as a temporary base of operations for the Athletics as their new stadium in Las Vegas is projected to be ready in the 2028 season. Week 6 of the CFL season kicks off in Regina as the Saskatchewan Roughriders host the Calgary Stampeders. The Riders enter the game as the league's only unbeaten team at 4-0. Calgary is 3-1, looking for a 6th straight win. Olympic champion figure skater David Pelletier is joining NHL's Dallas Stars as an assistant coach. He's been a skating coach in Edmonton for the past 11 years after a figure skating career that included a pair of gold medals for Canada at the 2002 Winter Olympics. 2-time defending champion Carlos Alcaraz takes the top seed Jannik Sinner in Wimbledon's men's final on Sunday. Alcaraz is seeded second at the Grass Court Major and advanced with a 4-set win over Taylor Fritz. From the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.